Welcome back, Rediscovery viewers. In this video, I want to answer a question. Can you change processing time zone of documents after documents have been already loaded to the workspace? Now, we get this question occasionally when clients log into their workspace, they look at the documents and they go, uh-oh, that is not the time zone I meant to be used for these documents. So they call up project managers and they ask this very question: can we alter the time zone? So first, let's talk about how does time zone affect documents in the workspace. Well, one, it affects metadata fields. So date sent, received, created, modified, access are all get altered depending on the time zone that was used during processing. Also, extracted text contains date and time information that's embedded inside the extracted text. And finally, if you're using MHT or HTML for native file storage, that date and time will be stored inside native file as well. Now, we generally use MSG, so native files are not going to be affected. So now let's talk about why does time zone important to you. First, you may have some kind of requirements, some kind of mandate to process data in a very specific time zone. Second, you may need to better relate to your documents. So for example, if you're looking at the documents and somebody says good morning, you want that time to be 8 a.m., not 4 p.m. because, well, of course, saying good morning at 4 p.m. does not make sense. So let's address those 2 points. If you have some kind of mandate to process data in specific time zone that you absolutely have to do, then the only way to correct the time zone is to reprocess your documents. I know no one likes to hear that, but that is really the ultimate solution. It's the proper solution to fix your data collection, is reprocess documents again in the correct time zone. Now, hopefully you can catch time zone mistake early on in the case where maybe you loaded a few gigs and you just started poking around and then you're saying, uh-oh, that's a problem. We need to fix it. And if you call up a project manager, they'll generally suggest, let's just cancel processing, make a new workspace, and start over. And if you talk to your vendor, they're probably not even going to charge for whatever number of gigs they processed before incorrectly. So that is the absolutely correct fix for this problem. However, if you have a lot of documents already processed, review had already started, and now you realize that some of the documents do not make sense, like we talked about if you say good morning and it's at 4 p.m., well, that doesn't seem right. So there are other solutions available there. What we can do is we can create a new field for either date sent or maybe a sort date, and we can convert date and time from one time zone to another. Now, the reason why I say date and time is because date will also need to be adjusted based on the time of the day. If the time is close to midnight, date would have to be adjusted as well. Also important thing to adjust your dates and times for daylight savings time. And we have solutions that will take care of both of these problems. So what we can do is, if data coming from multiple geographic locations and it's been processed in their respective time zones, we can take those dates and times and convert them to another temporary time zone, for example, UTC or perhaps Eastern, so that you can sort your documents chronologically or better relate to the content of the messages. All right, I hope, guys, this gives you a little bit of insight as to what's going on behind the scene and you're a little bit more aware of what can be done as far as changing time zone after processing had started. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to check out Rediscovery on social media networks listed on your screen. And for previous videos, check us out on YouTube.